It's your girl Tammy coming at you on this Monday, a brand new start to a brand new week with your encouraging word. Hope everybody had a great weekend. I am so happy that you have joined me on this morning just for a quick encouraging word. I'm ironing clothes in the background, so I'm multitasking here, but I just wanted you to come to you this morning with a quick thought that I had, something that came to me as I was cleaning on last night. I came home and wanted to just clean and kind of refresh the house and give it a nice clean scent. You know how you clean your house and, or if you were like my mom when I was growing up, you knew when my mom had cleaned because it smelled like pine sol all over the place. And it was like the freshest, cleanest scent. And so that's what I was attempting to do. Just bring some freshness, do a little Sunday reset that I call it, to just get ready and prepare for a brand new week. And so I was downstairs and I was cleaning up my kitchen. And after I had washed all the dishes and wiped down all of the countertops and everything, I have this room spray that I like to spray by Grove, and this is not sponsored by any way. I just like their room spray, but they have a room spray called Iowa Pine. That's the fragrance of it. And so I sprayed a little bit of that, and normally I will turn the ceiling fan on and spray it toward the ceiling fan so that as the ceiling fan goes around, it kind of makes the scent go into all the rooms. But I didn't do that this time. I just kind of sprayed it around in the kitchen and then came on upstairs to finish doing other things. So laundry was next. And I tell you, laundry is just one of those things that is never ending. And if you have a family of more than just yourself, you know what I'm talking about. But I came upstairs and I'm doing laundry and I'm folding clothes. And all of a sudden, I just get this whiff and I'm like, is that Iowa Pine? Do I smell that all the way upstairs? Normally, I don't. It's not that fragrant where I can, smell it from one room to the next. But I could actually smell it all the way upstairs. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of a strong scent, like it's lingering. And then I thought about how, okay, you know how you go to someone's house, or maybe someone came to your house and they had on a cologne or maybe a certain perfume, and even after they were gone, long gone, the scent still remained. They kind of left the scent lingering behind. Or maybe you were going somewhere and you got on an elevator and you opened up the elevator and the elevator was empty, but you could still smell the scent. Whoever was there, they left their aroma. Now that could be good and bad. Sometimes you can walk into some aromas where, people were raising their hands when they weren't sure. Maybe they thought they were sure, but they weren't sure. And they was raising their hands, and then you happen to walk behind them and you happen to get a whisk of all of their glory, which is not all that pleasant. But either way, you have that scent and it kind of just lingers even when you're not there. So then I had this thought that came to my mind, like, as Christians, what aroma am I leaving behind? If I go into a room, what's the aroma that I'm leaving? Can people tell that I love Jesus when I enter a room, or when I leave out of that room and someone else comes in behind me? Can they sense the presence of Jesus? Can they sense that there's something different? Or who was in here last? Because there's a presence in this room. There's an aroma in this room that just smells like Jesus or feels like Jesus. And it made me think about that. The Bible says that as Christians, our scent, we have an aroma that we give off, and that aroma to those who are being saved, it's like a sweet aroma. It's a sweet smell. And to those who are perishing, that aroma is not sweet to them. It is not alluring to them at all. It reminds them of what's to come for them. And so that's my encouragement today, for you to just take a second and reflect and say, what aroma am I leaving behind? Am I leaving behind an aroma that says Jesus? When I get off the elevator and I go on about my business and somebody comes behind me, do they sense the presence of Jesus? When I go to work every day and I'm working with my coworkers and we're side by side working together, what's the aroma that I'm giving off? Am I smelling like Jesus, or am I smelling like I'm not quite sure? Because I don't want you to raise your hand if you're not sure. If you're not sure, I need you to be sure first, and then raise your hand up, because nobody wants to smell that. Nobody wants to have that aroma, if you know what I'm saying. If everybody, you might not catch that, but, there used to be a commercial, raise your hand if you're sure, for the Sure deodorant. And if you weren't sure, you needed to keep your arms down, needed to keep your hands down. And we don't want to be like that. We want to be sure that we are giving off the aroma and the scent of Jesus, so that no matter where we go, no matter what we're doing, no matter who we are around, they will know. If we were in the room, or if we have just left the room, they will know that the presence of God was there, that there was something different about the person who was in this elevator last. There's something different about this person on my job. She just leaves, or he just leaves, a different aroma, and it attracts them to Jesus. So that is my encouragement for you today. I want you to think about the aroma that you're leaving behind, and make sure that that aroma smells like Jesus. Have a wonderful Monday. We'll talk soon.